Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, those who heed the pronunciation of the name of our Creator did more than just take that pronunciation away from the lips of men. They also served men with alternate words to pronounce in the places where they intended to invoke the name of our Creator. Among the words that they served humanity, the one that is most widely used is the word God. God is different from the other words which they served humanity in that it has a meaning, while the others are probably just a string of syllables. And because the word God has a meaning, invoking it in the place of the name of our Creator has implications which do not arise for the other words. And so it is necessary to fully understand what the word God actually refers to, and that is what we shall do in this video. But before I do so, I would like to point out that the only link existing between the word God and our modern conception of God and the writings of the ancient Israelites is the mistranslation of the word Elohim in the writings of the ancient Israelites into God. But for that mistranslation, those writings would never have referred to God. So, if you ask in a room full of people that every person raise their hand who has ever seen a fruit, chances are that every person in that room will raise their hand. If you give them a camera each and ask them to come back with a picture of the object which they had in mind when they raised their hand, then they will return with pictures of several different objects. Why is that? The reason is that our world is composed of objects, or it's made up of objects. And fruit is not one of the objects which make up this world. A picture of it is impossible to take because an object called fruit does not exist. Fruit is one of the words in our vocabulary which helps us to refer to the objects which this world is made up of by the groups or sets into which those objects fall naturally. Therefore, orange is said to be a fruit only because the object of our world that is called orange falls naturally into the group of objects to which we have assigned the name fruit. But fruit is not an identifier of any object that is a member of the group of objects which is known by the same name. So the word God is of the same type as the word fruit. It is used to refer to a group of beings which have certain properties or characteristics and behaviors in common. And each member of that group, or each being which is in that group, has a unique name or identifier which, when invoked, excludes all the other members of that group. God is not one of the identifiers of the members of the group which is known by the same name. It is not possible to will that word to become an identifier of a member of that group, either by voicing it or by writing it with a capital G. And just as fruit does not exist, so also God does not exist. It is only an abstract construct to enable us to communicate more efficiently. But as an object which can do anything, it does not exist. And everything that is done on this earth is the result of the activities of objects. And therefore, petitions, blessings, and oaths directed at or taken in the name of God have no effect, because the thing in whose name they are taken or done does not exist and is incapable of doing anything. And so those who substituted in our vocabulary the name of our Creator with the word God achieved the result that whatever we intended for our Creator, whether it be prayers, whether it be petitions, whether it be oaths, and so on, those things will be directed at something which does not exist. And the second effect which this action has had is to deprive us humans the means to exclude other members of the group of beings collectively referred to as God from the dealings which we intend for only the Elohim of the Israelites. And that is because the function of the name is to exclude the other members of the group. And by invoking the name, the unique identifier of the being that we intend to deal with, we are able to exclude the other members of the group, which is what was commanded in the first of the 10 commandments. I hope this makes some sense. There's one more reason why this name has been hidden, and that I will cover in a separate video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.